this difference between playoff basketball in the NBA and regular season basketball is extreme. And the NBA seriously has to do something to try and figure out if they're going to have less games or what, because at this point, getting ready to, get to the end of the season for the NBA playoffs. Conference finals is here. NBA finals is here. And then you got to go back to the regular season. Like, the momentum is just awful. It's almost like irrelevant half of the regular season. So I'm on the side of saying the NBA has to truly consider playing less games in the regular season. It's night and day from playoff basketball to regular season basketball. And it has to be less games that just makes the games more intense, make it more meaningful. I mean, more physical, more defense. Like in the playoffs, obviously, we know we've been seeing some great basketball so far, especially up to this point, but I haven't seen this much defense played literally all year, and it should not be that way. It should be consistent all through the season where guys are hand checking and guys are able to be physical and get a hard foul without feeling as if, they're going to get ejected and stuff like that. I'm witnessing that stuff happen in the playoffs right now, whereas in the regular season, it's rare. It's very rare, and the only time you really start to see that spark of physical defense, hand checking, and guys actually making hard fouls and playing through contact and not trying to, foul bait as much because they know they aren't going to get the calls. The only time you see that type of play is either in the beginning of the season, the first couple of games, or the last couple of games when guys are really trying to make the playoffs. So my proposal for that is not only do you shorten the season, but you get rid of that stupid in-season tournament. That's got to go. That is just pointless at this point. And as far as, anything else, I'm really thinking like you give it maybe 58 games, 56 games, 52, 64, anything like that. But it makes the games a lot better. Like it makes the games more meaningful. People actually care. People, have a true desire to play the game and get to the playoffs and all of that. So, this is why they got to consider. And then from a fan's perspective, it's going to help the viewership, because the whole viewership thing that they've been going through for the past couple of years, obviously, a big part of me really believes that the viewership crisis is just a result of the games being spread out on so many different platforms that people don't know about. So, I do find that, a bigger problem too. But however, the bigger picture is the games aren't always good in the regular season. Whereas in the playoffs, the games are good. Whatever you watch, people are going to play hard. Whatever you watch, it's going to be physical. People are going to hand check. People are playing defense. And guys actually care. They're playing through injuries. That's minor. And in the regular season, it's the complete opposite. Guys are rested. Guys are getting tossed for touching a defender. Guys can't play intense. It's just not the same. So, I think in order for the league to really capitalize on viewership, capitalize on this tremendous postseason that we're experiencing right now, they got to consider going down to either 58, 64, 52 games, something like that. You got to lower the game totals because it's going to become more important, and it's just going to become more intense and make for a better viewer. It's just going to make for a better game, bro. It really is. And this is one of the things too, where obviously it's going to take away from the beginning, middle, and end of the season, but I don't think it's necessarily going to hurt anything. To me, this is a situation where it's like, okay, well, less is more. So now the less games that we get, the more intense it's going to be, the better the quality of the games are actually going to be in the NBA season if you do shrink the games around. And then my last point here that I want to mention, the key reason too, another key piece of why the season should be shortened is because you got guys getting injured left and right in the postseason. I mean, obviously, it's not all due to just a long season and, a full heavy season on what's going on through the course of the season. That's not necessarily the case on why guys are falling down come playoffs, big minutes and all of that. There's a lot of different factors that go into it. However, all I'm saying is, from the beginning of an 82-game season to the end of an 82-game season, guys are falling down in the middle, which is expected. Become postseason, they're back up, trying to play through an injury, and then get re-injured again. In the past 5-6 seasons that we've witnessed, there's been a star from some team that had potential to go to the NBA Finals that's gotten hurt. Obviously, this year, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum both got hurt. Both were already on their way out, but this is also another key piece. Last year, we seen the Celtics run through the East because every single person in the Eastern Conference who was a threat got hurt. So, this is the things where I'm like, the league going to a smaller season, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Less is more, again, in this situation, because, guys are more durable in a smaller time span if you play them. And if they do decide to, rest because they are smacking teams left and right, then, okay, they've earned that right because they are smacking teams left and right. However, I don't even think that would be the case because teams will be able to creep in and take your seeding of 1 through 8. And that would be another thing that got to change too. Like, get rid of the 10th seed. Because how the hell is teams going to be, a 10th seed and still get the chance to go play in the playoffs and also get the chance to win the lottery draft? What the hell is up with that? Like, it's insane. So there's a lot of things that the league has to change. But going back to my point of shortening the season, this is going to resolve a lot of the issues. People talk about how the hell can a 10 seed possibly make the playoffs and also possibly win the lottery draft. People also talk about, okay, well, you come off the high of playoff basketball, then you get back to the regular season stuff of people not playing hard, people not playing defense, soft calls, the defense isn't physical, no hand checking, everybody's getting ejected because it's a common hard foul. Like, the simple stuff like this is really what's hurting the game. You see more strategic basketball in the playoffs because guys are trying to win games versus regular season. A bunch of teams are experimenting, trying things. They're just chucking threes and it's not working. Less adjustments are being made. So I truly feel it would help with viewership as well. Now games are more intense, so everybody wants to watch one of the 52 games or 64 games, whatever you decide to make it. But it is a thing where it's a literal night and day situation of playoff basketball and regular season basketball. This is why so many people don't care about the NBA in the regular season, because the playoffs is when people actually play hard and play like they care. So if you make it where the regular season is intense as well and the regular season is impactful, guys are playing hard and all of this stuff, people will begin to watch it, especially if you fix up the platforms that you're putting it on and let people know what platforms these games are coming on. Because right now you got to spread so thin, it's hard to even keep up. And in League Pass, you can't even watch the damn games. But that's a whole nother segment. That's a different story. Just shorten the season, 64. Even if you go, I would say 64 is probably that sweet spot of games where you want to shorten it up to. But that's where I'm at on that, man. Shorten the season, and you will see a lot of things improve. Less is very much more in this situation of the NBA, but they genuinely got to consider this because the playoff basketball and regular season basketball is just really night and day, man. It's a tremendous thing where it's completely different. So I think about this and I'm like, I'm not a fan of that part. So anyway, look, man, we got some